If you've recently lost someone or you're struggling in life and you are sick and tired of hearing people say everything happens for a reason, I think you are meant to watch this video.
If you're new to our channel, we're Shane and Rachel, and we make videos where we share our experiences connecting with our daughter Kenadie, who passed away in 2018. So our channel is basically about sharing those stories of connection and everything in between, ways of establishing it, keeping it, the different things we've tried to get there, and we're just here to share that with all of you guys.
Yeah, and this one is a little out there, but it's not the first time that Jesus has been included in my stories. And I always feel like I need to share that I was not raised religious. I am not a part of an organized religion. So when Jesus showed up in my life on, I guess what I would call my spiritual journey after losing Kenadie, no one was more surprised than me. And sometimes I feel like it's hard to open up and talk about my Jesus connection that I've had, because we've said this before, but it's almost like you think that you don't have a claim to him or something, because
or you're going to be judged because you don't go to church and you don't claim yourself to be a Christian. Right. Yeah.
And also, maybe there's a part of me that's worried that people are going to say I'm crazy, but like I always say, that ship has sailed, so I've just gotten over it, and I'm here to share openly about my journey to living more connected, and Jesus has been a part of that journey. So this is one of those Jesus stories that I've been holding on to closely in my heart, and I think the only people that I've shared this story with are community members inside of the 411 community. I just opened up and shared this last week, so now I'm going to open up and share it here. This was a couple years ago. My friend's dad had recently passed away, and I had connected with Jesus during the energy sessions that I was doing for her dad. And I really wanted him to be miraculously saved. I wanted his cancer to be dissolved. I wanted him to get to continue living out his human experience here on earth. That's what, I was praying for, and Jesus showed up, and I thought, does that mean that a miracle is coming? And he was a part of the session. There was proof that came through. I've shared that in another video. It was just this really incredible, beautiful journey. But in the end, he passed away. And, that was hard to accept. I wanted him to get his miracle where he got to continue living here. He told me before he passed that he did receive his miracle, and it was peace with his passing. I had a hard time accepting that as my miracle, though. I wanted him to stay, but it represented so much more because I wanted my daughter to stay too. And so I was kind of angry with Jesus after my friend's dad, Blaine, passed away, because he's letting me see him. He's participating in these experiences. It feels like a miracle every time. But then Blaine passed away. So I'm in a meditation, and my daughter Kenadie shows up, and I can see her in my mind, and Jesus is standing right next to her, and I kind of let him have it. I was emotional. I was really upset, and I said, at first I'm talking about Blaine, and I said, why didn't you save him? And he's just standing there, and he's letting me get out all my frustration. And then I looked at my daughter, and I said, why didn't you save her? And I was so emotional, and I was so mad, and it really needed to come out. And he was, like I said, just kind of let me, give it to him. I was really taking it out on him. I was so mad, but I asked him, I said, I want an answer. I said, I believe in you. I believe that you're this miraculous healer and that you are real. I believe in that. So why didn't you save her? I love that you're there with her now, but I wanted her here. And he had his arm around her, they're like best friends. And he looked at me, and with all of the love in the world that you could imagine feeling, I felt that when he said to me, I could never have done that to her, and I could never have done that to you. Because I was begging him, like, why didn't you save her? Why? I was asking him all these questions, and that's his response to me. But I accept it. It was right. Like, it felt right in my heart. It showed up with peace and love and complete understanding of everything. It was like I got this download, and I understood why Kenadie came to Earth. She was going to teach us things while she was here on Earth that she could only teach us while she was here. But she was never meant to stay, because the next part of her soul's journey had to be done from across the veil. What we're doing together now could not be done if she were still here. And they showed me that. They showed me that she's now connected with us in a way that she couldn't have. And that we all chose this. And that sounds insane to say that my mom heart in that moment was at total peace, and I'm not exaggerating. In that moment, I had total peace with my daughter's death. I accepted it. I understood it. I was totally okay with it, which it's crazy to say. And it was just in that, when I was in that meditation, and they're looking at me, they did that. That was a miracle. Because of all of the love that they surrounded me with. And what I've come to understand since then is that's what I will feel when I cross over. I will have total peace and total understanding with all of it. I will say that I came out of that meditation and I could still feel it. I could still feel that peace. I remember bawling my eyes out, telling Shane, and I held on to it for a couple days, and then it started to kind of lessen. And, I'm back to, I understand it. I wouldn't say that I'm at total peace, and I wouldn't say that I'm totally okay that my daughter passed away. When I'm here in my human form, having my human experience, I still wish that my daughter was physically right beside me. But this understanding of there really was a purpose behind it, and everything, it really did happen for a reason. So that's why I said, if you're sick and tired of hearing people say everything happens for a reason, I was too, until this happened and they let me see that. And it really did feel like a gift from the two of them.
Yeah. And I think it's a natural thing. Like when you go through something really hard, like when we lost Kenadie, to go down this road of starting from the beginning. You start questioning everything when they're sick. Like, do I need to have more faith? Do I need to go to church? Do I need to talk more to God? Do I need to pray? How can I save them? What do I need to do
what am I missing
that can make a miracle happen? You know what I mean? We're looking for that miracle, especially when you get that news of there's nothing more that anybody here on earth can do to help you. So you kind of get that desperation feeling. And then after they do pass, you go through these emotions of anger. Like, why, God? Why didn't you save her? Whatever, because we're just so hurt and upset. And you hear stories of people that do get miracles. So you think, we're going to get one. She's so special. She means so much to us. We're such a close family. She's such a special kid. We're going to get one of those miracles. And you start to believe that. And then when you don't, this anger comes over you. Why not us? Why are we not the lucky ones? She deserves it. She was so wonderful, So I think there's a lot of you out there that can relate to those feelings. She's saying, we get to that point and then you're sad and then you're angry and you're back and forth. You just don't know what to do. And the story that she shared, as hard as it is, like she said, we understand that there was a reason why it happened, and it doesn't make it easy. It doesn't mean it wasn't the worst thing we've ever been through, but it gave us an understanding that we come here with a plan. We come here with things that are going to happen in order for our plan to take place. And that this life is just a small portion of our existence. And we all come here to learn and grow and go through these experiences. And the hard experiences are the reasons we come here. We honestly believe that. And like it doesn't make it easy. It doesn't mean we're glad it happened. But we have an understanding of why it happened. And I think that is so valuable that it doesn't just feel like it was for nothing, or her life was a waste, or it wasn't supposed to be like this, or whatever. So
yeah, but none of that would bring us peace.
Right.
So having more of these understandings, I just said that they're a gift, but they really are. And you can say, well, that's why you believe this, because you need to believe it. Okay. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm just sharing our experiences and what we've gotten from them. And we feel like along the way, we've been so skeptical that we've asked for proof over and over again. And we feel like we've gotten enough of it that we can trust these experiences for being our truth.
Yeah. And that being said, even our understanding of the purpose behind it, and that maybe it was inevitable and it was a plan and it was going to happen, that doesn't mean we wouldn't go back and change it. Like our human selves would go back and change it in a heartbeat, even with the knowing that it put us on a different path in our lives and it was purposefully done to send us in a different direction, or to
100%.
So we would go back in a heartbeat and not have any of it happen. But that's our human side. And it's like the whole point of what we're trying to talk about is that there's more to us than our human selves. And if we can learn to tap into that and understand that more, it's really valuable.
Yeah. But I say that all the time. If Kenadie and Jesus were standing in front of me right now and they said, all right, we can go back and I can save Kenadie and I can keep her here on earth, but you will never evolve spiritually. You will never tap into this side of life. You will stay totally oblivious to it. Everything that you've learned and every way that you've grown and expanded will be taken back. I would say, I'm keeping her here. See you later, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, catch you next time. We'll work on that later.
Yeah, maybe we'll sign up again next time.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I don't want to ever make these videos and then have it come across like we are some spiritually elevated humans that have fully accepted that our daughter passed. And if you haven't fully accepted that your loved one has passed, you're somewhere beneath us. That is not the case at all. We're just sharing what has helped us on our journey. That's all that we're doing here, because maybe it can help you, because I wanted to hear somebody sharing these stories in the early days, especially. So, that's what we're doing here. We're not saying we're doing anything right, you're doing it wrong, or we're better, you're worse. Mm-hmm. That's not it at all, because, man, we are very much human still.
Yeah, and I think that's the point. Like, I honestly feel like one of the reasons we come here is to suffer a little bit. Like, that's how we grow, because if we're going through life and everything's easy and everything's great all the time, you just take everything for granted and you just cruise along doing the same things over and over. It's not until those hard moments hit you like a truck where you have a choice of like, I either crumble and just die and give up, or I have to do something differently. Like that, those are the driving forces that force us to change our lives. And we have that choice to make. We have the ability to say, I give up and I quit. I'm just going to lay down and give it up, or I'm going to fight and I'm going to search for these things that are going to help me and make me feel better. And I'm going to learn as much as I can, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to make the most of this life that I can in honor of them. Like that's what I do with Kenadie. It's like I could have given up on the rest of the family and just quit, or I could just do my best and try to live my life the best I can for her and for them. And it's hard. It's not easy, but it's a choice, and we all have that choice. So we're sharing these experiences and these things because we want that to help you guys be able to have the strength to make those decisions and to like stand up and fight when things are hard. And it just makes all the difference.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing here. And I think that's the end of Living Connected for 11 minutes today.
Yep. So we have lots of other videos on our channel. If you guys want to check them out, we appreciate it a ton. If you're still here at the end, we appreciate that you made it to the end of our video. And we hope that what the messages we're putting out there into the world are helping people. And if they are, just, like our video and keep watching because we're going to keep doing this. And we appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, and if you're curious about the 411 community where we talk about or share how to live more connected, there's going to be some information that pops up after this video ends, so you can stick around and listen to that. But if you just want to show up and watch these videos on occasion, that's fine too. We're happy for whatever sort of connection we can have with you. So thanks for being here.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video. We just want to take a quick minute to talk about our 411 community that we launched recently.
This is a space that we wished existed after our daughter Kenadie passed away. Inside is everything that we've learned about in these last 8 years about living connected to our daughter across the veil and to the rest of our spirit team that's just waiting to help us. And we have found out that everybody can live connected. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can check out the community at 411together.com. It's something that we wanted to make accessible to everybody that's out there.
There is a cost. It's only $4.11 per month. Just to keep that program rolling. If you guys want to check it out, we appreciate it so much, even if you just want to look into it. We think it's a really valuable tool. You can also follow all of our free content here on YouTube or on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We also have a free guide that we're offering that you can find
down in the description with all the other links. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate it more than you guys know.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys a ton. We couldn't do this without you.